made it. Cogran's here.
Give my regards to the ferryman. Patach!
If the Mokai want to fight, then a fight they shall have. The battle!
Is this also contested? Pull it and find it that pathetic!
Welcome to Intelligent. Good hunting.
When I know...
This is Alliance Command. We've been expecting you. Your away team is cleared for
Let's check in. Tedious, but necessary. The front desk officer might have some insight on the Ja'ula situation as well. They see every face that comes in here. Officially, at least. This building used to be a monument to Klingon glory. Much has changed.
Welcome to the diplomatic chambers. Several delegates are present to discuss the Mokai rebellion in the Chamber of Alliance nearby. That is an interesting rumor, considering that several blood feuds have been declared against House Mokai. I would find that unlikely, not to mention messy. You will find the Klingon delegation in the central area of the Chamber of Alliance. It is flanked on the left and right by the Romulan and Federation delegations, respectively. The delegation from the Dominion can be found across from the Klingons until their formal section is completed.
Let's see what the delegates know. The Chamber of Alliance is a couple of rooms ahead of us. So, this is the Chamber of Alliance. Huh. It wasn't long ago that it was called the Chamber of Conquest. I spent many a night in here, drinking blood wine and singing songs to honor the glorious dead, heroes all. Those days are gone. Conquest has given way to alliance, to diplomacy. Several. I know 3 of the 4 delegates here. Some more than others, but enough to get their ear and see what they know about Ja'ula's whereabouts. The one from the Dominion. They must have assigned a new Vorta. I don't recognize this one. You'd better do the talking. Vorta and I do not always get along. This is who Jampak chose to be our representative?
Nukhner! Wait! Yes, I know your face. You're quite the hero, eh? Ah, my manners. You must forgive an old warrior. What do you need? Ja'ula! Pah! That craven witch doesn't have the spine to show her face. Even in a place like this, she's not even a true Mokai. She married into the house to get her pathetic father out of debt. The only member of that line worth anything was Takuvma. Glory to his name. Gossip! The ramblings of old fools with dull blades and nothing better to do than run their mouth. Honestly, if you believe every rumor you heard, Jaula would be leading an army of augments with Kalis reborn at her side.
This one looks particularly smug, even for a Vorta.
On behalf of the Founders and of the Dominion they created, I welcome you. Tell me, how may I be of assistance? What a fascinating question. Can you imagine how chaotic it would be in this hallowed hall if that were so? I honestly don't know who would kill her first, though I suppose the logical choice would be a member of the Klingon delegation. I'm afraid I'm not one to give consideration to rumors and idle gossip. I am a Vorta, after all. We prefer to operate in the realm of fact and truth. I do wish you success in your endeavors, however.
The Romulan wing is up these steps.
Greetings. I take it from the scowl on General Martok's face that this is not a social call. What brings you here today? Ah, yes. The name on so many lips these days. Fascinating woman. I suspect she'd make a good Romulan. After a visit to the tailor, of course. As for her whereabouts, I must disappoint you. I haven't the slightest idea where she is, and more's the pity. There's a considerable bounty on her head. Enough to buy a small moon, I'm told. As a child, I had good reason to think my grandfather was blown up by James Kirk in the neutral zone. Only later did I learn he died in an alley after an ill-advised life choice involving a senator's mistress. You can see why my parents chose to tell me he died a hero, sometimes we delude ourselves to avoid unpleasant truths. And such delusion can spread like wildfire in times of...
The Federation wing is up these steps.
Hello. It's hard to believe this is real sometimes. Consider, 2 years ago, the Klingons and the Federation were at war. The Romulan Republic was in its infancy, and the Dominion was a vast silent enigma. And now, we have a grand alliance spanning across all 4 quadrants. A symbol of galactic diplomacy at its finest. This place was once a symbol of conflict and conquest. Now, it is a beacon to all, a tribute to peace and friendship. Perhaps. I prefer to see Khitomer as a statement. Despite the great threats from forces like the Borg, the Iconians, and the Herc, when we stand together, we survive the storm. Matriarch Jaula, Alliance efforts to bring her to justice and end her campaign of terror are in full effect, as you know. We've come too far together to see a misguided warrior from a darker time bring it all crashing down around us. We will prevail, my friend. Count on it.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Your service to the Federation has helped us build the Alliance and keep it safe. We're in your debt. Please, how may I be of assistance today? Well, she's been a topic of spirited debate here for some time now. Her recent actions at Konos and Kuvat have placed the Empire into a state of civil war, after all. As to her whereabouts, Starfleet is doing all it can to find her and bring her to justice. But she is quite elusive, as one would expect from the leader of House Mokai. I am afraid I have no idea where she might be. If it were anyone else, I'd say no comment. Starfleet intelligence believes that Jaula is operating from this system. She has more allies than you think, even in these chambers, we suspect several ranking officials in the Klingon delegation are sympathetic to her cause. Unofficially, of course.
She is here, I'm sure of it. Wide smiles, all of them. Their knives must be sharp indeed.
Greetings, gentle beings. Until now, I have only known you by reputation. I am pleased to finally meet you both face to face. That would be unsettling if it were true. My security staff takes great care in their vetting procedures. If Matriarch Ja'ula has spies in our ranks, they'd know about it. I would know about it. Sadly, I think you're chasing your tail on this one.
What's this? I think you need to see this. It just came through on all channels.
There was a time when I believed my brother's cry of "Remain Klingon" was unnecessary. That no true Klingon would need such a reminder. But now I know the truth of it. Then and now. There are those who have forgotten what it means to be Klingon. The tyrant, Jempak, seeks prosperity for his house alone, and tosses scraps to those he deems loyal. He has forgotten what it means to be Klingon. It is a lesson I am happy to teach him. In battle! Join me, and you can do the same. Join me, and together we can show Jempak what it means to be warriors, what it means to have honor, what it means to be Klingon!
Impressive speech. This is the break we needed. That signal didn't come from space. She's planet-side. Somewhere. So much for the chairman's vetting procedures, eh? We must act quickly. Start the trace in here. See what we can find. The signal is getting stronger. This is a localized signal relay unit. Clever. We're getting warmer, but we're not there yet. It looks like the signal's coming from within the Chamber of Alliance. We should check the Chamber of Alliance for the broadcast signal. The signal is getting stronger. Another relay unit. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
Have you seen this baseball? It is peculiar.
Interesting. This relay unit is getting a signal from below us, in the underchambers. There's an access stairway that goes down there nearby. It's behind what... Here, this door should take us downstairs. The last time I was down here, I'd had too much to drink and thought I was on my way to the transporter room. Let's just say it's easy to get lost down here and leave it at that. Know this. There are plenty of dark places down here where Ja'ula and her forces could be hiding. Keep your weapon ready. If there's one thing Mokai love, it's a good ambush.
Found us! Stop them!
Enemy targets on sensor.
Martok! Why are you here?
We're here for the matriarch. Where is she?
You're making a huge mistake! Mark, you of all people should know that Jimpak is unworthy to rule. You carry the blade of Kalis. You led warriors against the Herc. Why do you follow such a dishonorable Bichnuch?
Kalis he is not, but Jempak has preserved the Empire through many a conflict. I may not like him, but I respect him.
He has preserved the Empire by making us the lackeys of the Federation. When the Herc returned, he hid behind his throne. That is not the way of a true Klingon. You should fight at Ja'ula's side, instead of begging for scraps at Jimpak's table like a toothless old targ. Do you take me for a Facuri? I will not betray the matriarch to the likes of you, Tarketh!
Stubborn fool, but loyal. We're going to have to keep looking. Let's start with that door over there. Looks like the only unlocked one in here.
I truly love the architecture here. Whoever made it has a great eye for the, I want to say, warrior mystique here. Oh yes, the warrior mystique!
What's a purple people dropper?
A most delicious beverage. It's a mixture of Romulan ale and blood wine. You can tell if it has been mixed correctly by the shade of purple it becomes. I've yet to find a human who can drink a properly made one and keep standing.
This place. The food is terrible. The liquor is a joke. And everyone wants to argue about something. Yes, the last part is a delight, but the rest? Inconceivable.
I must admit that there is some wisdom in what Ja'ula said today. The fact that Martok still breathes tells me Jempak became Chancellor through dishonorable means. I will listen to what she has to say. Where does she want to meet?
The Chairman's aide is a close confidant of Ja'ula's. Talk to him, and he will make the arrangements. Get ready for Mokai paranoia. You'll be blindfolded, unarmed. They even carry you so you can't count your steps. I did hear someone using a door passcode at one point, but that's to be expected.
You'd be paranoid too if half the Empire was looking to send you to Stovacor the hard way. I will speak to Casenata's aide then. Try not to catch any bugs down there in the dark, old friend.
Sounds like we need to get our hands on that passcode. That Karuk we beamed to my brig probably knows it, but we don't have time to get it out of him. That band of Mokai we dealt with aren't likely to be the only rebels down here. Let's keep looking around. I'll wager we find more, and when we do, we'll just have to be very persuasive.
Old Casenata is one of Lady Jaula's puppets. I'm sure of it.
Do not let them pass! We must protect Jaula!
Such loyalty.
I have nothing to say to you. If you're going to kill me, let me die a warrior's death, in Jaula's name! When Bavat brought dishonor to the house, everyone within it suffered. We were shunned, cast out, abandoned. Like her brother before her, Jaula is giving the dishonored a chance for redemption. I will fight and die for her if it brings back honor to my house.
You are a prisoner now, but you need not be a prisoner without honor. We require the security passcode. If you give it to us now, I will protect you from Jempok's wrath.
I do not wish to spend my days in the depths of Rurapente. If you swear to protect me, I will tell you where you could get the code.
And mine. Once we have what we need, you will be released from the Rotaran's brig.
Very well. There is a Mokai officer stationed closer to Jaula's sanctum. One of Jaula's best. He has what you seek. One last thing. Warrior to warrior. Do not destroy Jaula. You must know her cause is just. Give her a chance to prove it.
There's more to Jaula than I believe. She clearly inspires loyalty in her own forces, and has convinced many others to forsake their own house and follow hers. I'm picking up life signs. They aren't far from here. That's probably where the Mokai officer is hiding.
We must defend the inner sanctum!
Well, at least you know it all right. Listen closely, Mokai. I am running out of time and patience, which puts you in an unpleasant situation. I require the security passcode, and you are going to give it to me. As they used to say in the old days, choose your pain.
Poor General Martok, fatigued by the weight of his villainy. Go scream at the wind, old man. I have nothing for you but insults and scorn. That hole in your face is making noise, Totsa. It is irritating. If I could get my hands on you, I'd silence it forever. I do, but I'd sooner dwell in Grethel than give it up to Baktag like you. And you, Martok, lackey of Jimpok, how toothless you are, serving that piece of Warsak. You should have stayed in God's prison if you wanted a life of dishonor. It would have been savor for you old man.
You're wasting your breath. He's chosen his pain, and I'm going to deliver it to him.
You're bluffing. There is no honor in beating a captured prisoner. You're serious. I can see it in your eyes. You're both willing to dishonor yourselves to get what Jimpak wants. Kiach! Very well. I'll give you what you want.
That console must be nearby. Search the surrounding area.
Your bloodthirst has caused enough trouble.
My bloodthirst is what keeps us alive. We are Klingons, not spineless Gah. Or have you forgotten?
Consider your next words to me very carefully, Akka, for they may be your last.
I hope we're not interrupting anything important.
The fabled General Martok, the man who should be cancelled. What a disappointment you are! Have you come to bring me to justice? You and your lackeys? More fools chasing Jimpak's blood money? Surrender to the likes of you? I think you overestimate your chances.
Surrender or fight if you have the spine for it.
We're on the wrong side of history here.
Someone fired on defenseless civilians.
Foolish woman! I've had enough of your weakness. It's time! Kill them all! Experience B.
Hui Cha! Filthy Marquis! You will pay for this!
The Klingons of this time are pathetic! You would have died quickly in my time, old man!
We've learned a few things since your time, barbarian.
Flanking damage detected.
That filthy lie! We don't have to.
My lady, the battle goes poorly. We must withdraw.
Let's leave them something to deal with while we do. Gunner, target the shipyard and fire the weapon!
Belay that order. Target the city as we discussed.
Yes, cousin.
Gunner, what have you done? I ordered you to target the shipyard!
Dishonorable Bactag!
That city! The civilians!
There were no civilians on Kuvat, my lady. There were only Klingons. And all Klingons are warriors. You would be wise to remember that. Now every warrior in the Empire will know the price of standing against you.
And what price will we pay for this, Akar? And will we pay it here, or in Grethel?
If we are victorious, it would be a small price to...
Enough! Get us out of here! Maximum warp! Now!
This Akar, he's a schemer. We need to make sure he doesn't get control of that glorious relic Ja'ula calls a ship before it's too late. Let's get out of here. We'll figure out what to do with the matriarch later. Locked. More Mokai tricks. Contact your ship. See if they can beam us out of here.
It's a shielding.
Perhaps I can be of assistance?
My lady, I am glad I was able to find you. The situation has grown worse. Why wouldn't I? She is the matriarch of House Mokai. And until her return, I was the last of House Mokai. She is my liege. We can discuss my lineage later. The enemy is moving and does not care about such things. Jimpok has brought a fleet above Khitomer, and a car has transferred the mycelial weapon from the Lucara to Jimpok's flagship.
Agreed. You, a Detpa. You managed to get in here. Surely you know how to get out.
I managed to get in here before a car activated the shield. I'm just as trapped in here as you are, Martok. I do believe the matriarch has offered you a viable solution to your little dilemma, however. If I were you, I'd take her up on it. Listen, I could have shot you and Martok in your foolish heads while you were trying to open that door. You'd be dead, and you're a prisoner, and I would be on our way to safety. We're beyond that now, yes? We now share common goals. Let her go, and help us put an end to Akar. After that, if you want to duel to the death, or some such nonsense, we will be happy to oblige you. Come with me. This building has many secrets.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
You never told me about a back door.
You didn't ask. Be thankful I thought of it,
A Mokai artisan designed these tunnels. Their secrets are ours alone. Hold! I want to be sure the other side is clear.
We're good. Let's go!
How did you get past our car's security?
I've forgotten more about security than Akar will ever learn, my lord.
You never failed to impress.
Quiet! Jimpok's forces are ahead.
Jimpok wants them all dead! No exceptions!
This is a slaughter. Jimpok has gone back. No better than a Fikiri.
My warriors! They are outnumbered!
Not for long. Jempok and Noah.
Even his own men aren't spared. Jempok won't get away with this! What is the old saying? The enemy of my enemy. A fitting term. Very well. Let's get to it. Transporters. Jempok and Hakar are sending reinforcements.
Jempok sent Jarad, loyal but expendable.
Martok, stand down, or I will end you, man!
Captain Jarad, I see your habit of choosing poor allies.
Follow me, unless you lack the will to fight!
You're better than this, Jarad. Don't dishonor yourself.
You dare speak killing on dishonor? Die!
So good. Die well, Jarad.
What is the meaning of this?
Jempok sent down some trash. We're disposing of it.
What is going on? Outward comms have been jammed. Klingon forces are beaming down and attacking civilians. Matriarch, you said something like this wouldn't happen. I should have never agreed to shelter you here. Save your petty judgment for someone who cares. Jempok has been a problematic leader for some time now. I thought Ja'ula could remove him from power with a minimum of bloodshed. Clearly, I thought wrong.
Enough! We need to deal with this before it escalates beyond our control, if it hasn't already. Jempok is up to something here, and he doesn't want any witnesses.
Ha! Aren't you the master of understatement? Chairman, give the evacuation order and then head to the transporter room. We will get you out of here in one piece if we can.
This is no way to die. die. Get moving. Go! Run!
Run! Go! Get to the transporter!
That rift will kill every witness to these crimes. Dead warriors tell no tales.
Then we must save anyone we can.
Send your officers ahead. Don't risk their lives.
Watch out for Ilachi!
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage
Keep moving,
detected.
or you're dead!
Personal shield losing power. Enemy targets on sensor.
Look there! It's Sujihara!
To think
We need to.
Flanking
There will be.
damage detected.
matriarch.
Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
You need to keep moving.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected. Enemy targets on sensor. Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
Almost there. Keep moving.
Enemy targets on sensor.
The transporters have been scrambled by Jampak's forces. I can get them working again, but I need some time. I would rather not beam into a bulkhead or get duplicated.
More Elachi are coming. Defend Adetpa!
We're running out of time!
Hold fast!
Got it!
Got it! Transport now!
What happened here? Gempak has dishonored himself and his house, and this attack will be avenged.
At last, the two of you see the truth of things. You see who the true enemy is. That enemy lies in wait for us, and he has the mycelial weapon. We must deal with him before he uses it again. Agreed?
I knew Gempak was a schemer, but this... I have words.
His dishonor is great, and he aims to make it ours as well.
Then we must end before
Yes. Something I should have done a long time ago.
Agreed. Let's finish it together.
So, you have joined forces with the Mokai barbarian, eh? You would stand against me and the Empire? So be it. I will give you all a traitor's death. You will pay for this attack. I swear it.
So you're an idiot and a liar. The weapon is in your hands, fool.
Yes, my men took it from your ship after your heinous attack on Khitomer.
Lie. Want to counterattack. The truth will be heard.
Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. More shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Target shields have failed. More shields failing.
We came as fast as we could. I need a situation report. What is going on here?
Be silent. Captain Cochrane, these traitors have betrayed the Alliance. They have joined House Mokai and launched an attack on Khitomer. You can see the results. None have survived. They must pay for their crimes, Captain. Arrest them at once.
I find this hard to believe. I have orders from the Chancellor of the Empire. I cannot disobey. I am placing you all under arrest. Surrender, and you will be given a fair trial under Klingon law.
This is madness! You have betrayed the Empire and launched a cowardly attack against innocents! Your dishonor knows no bounds! I should kill you where you stand, but I'll give you one chance to surrender.
Captain Corrin, it's clear we need to know more about what happened here. There has to be a better explanation. I'm asking you to take a step back and hear what they have to say. This doesn't need to end in violence.
Enough. I refuse to listen to more Mokai lies. Captains, hear me now. You have your orders. Carry them out, or you'll be dealt with alongside the terrorists.
Disable them. I want to know what they're up to, and you can't interrogate a corpse.
It is unwise to leave a dangerous enemy alive.
We can always kill him once we know his plans.
Very well. We'll try it through.
I believe the truth will be heard. I didn't expect to fight against Corrin ever again.
and he took the weapon with him!
This was unfortunate. I appreciate your restraint in the battle. Too many people have died here today. I'll do what I can to take the heat for this, but you need to lie low for a while. I don't think I can guarantee your safety under current circumstances.
Your friend is one. We're all living on the edge of a knife. The day to avenge Khitomer will come, but it is not this day. Come. A dead pa knows a few tricks when it comes to keeping a low profile.
Strange, isn't it? Hours ago we were enemies, and now we must trust one another to survive. Our enemies are madmen with the power of an empire at his command. The path ahead will be challenging, but it is one we must follow. I hope you're ready. Consult with your crew and wait for Undead Pa's signal. We will make our next move soon.